Alright, welcome to Bad Game Stream. This is Roadrunner's Death Valley... something or other? Death Valley Rally. Huh, don't remember it being that laborious before. Alright, so what the heck are we doing here? I just felt like streaming tonight and I thought, what'll we do? And this game came to mind because in talks about bad games before, I was like, oh man, this is an awful game from my childhood. And some people were threatening to put it on the punishment game list, but I thought, haha. We can't have it put there if I've already run it. So let's just swallow this awful pill here and now. Besides, it'll be its own kind of morbid fun to revisit this game from my childhood, and this very much was a game from my childhood. I think we found this in the bin at Virgin Megastores. So here we are Roadrunner. We're on a time limit for what it's worth. We can... there we go, we can go meep and stick our tongue out. And Wily Coyote is down there throwing spanners to try and catch us. We can jump, we can walk, we can run, and we can also run super fast. Oh, and you're pretty floaty. You are really floaty. Top left, we have the red dots that indicate our health, and the yellow bar that indicates our super speed. Our road running speed, if you will. We restore the latter part by eating up this bird seed. Oh, and we can peck as well. That's the way that we do damage, other than just running into things. There are also, for reasons I never quite understood, there are these flags that we get for score. And score, like in most games with score back in the day, is pretty meaningless. So maybe straight away you can tell what the problem is with this game, other than the floaty old controls. Okay, thanks. Extra time, I guess. And that's it, you can't see 2 foot in front of you in this game, and in a game that's all about going fast, that doesn't bode very well at all. Even the slightest movement you make, you gotta wait quite a bit to come to a stop. I'm not really sure what the whole thing with the flags is, but I do remember that many of them are hidden in peculiar places. And since the whole view is so zoomed in, good luck finding where those places are. I strongly recall you being able to go into the wall here as well. Jake, I've been watching your UQ World Conquest attempt, part 20 out of 133. Anyway, it's amazing to see how far the game's progressed since then, so cheers for the good work. Well, you're very welcome. I didn't think people were still watching it in this day and age. Okay, so now I gotta just inch my way forward because I already cleaved through most of my health. But hey, let's get this score. Everyone likes score in games. Some health would be nice. Oh, I'll take that. Looks like an extra life, meaning it won't matter if I die. The flags refill your speed stamina bar thing. The bird feed refills that. Yeah, I'm already down to 1/6 of my health now. Oh, well, okay. It's a lovely trap. You go up there and you just eat that scorpion. Alright, so pretty blind. It's hard to know what's out there, but let's just go for it. Whoa, okay. Wily Coyote has upgraded himself to a... what do you even call those things? Well, let's upgrade ourselves by just jumping into the abyss. Holy crivens, he really wants some of that Roadrunner stew. God, that spawn camping piece of work. Oh, that's right, the flags act as checkpoints. Steamroller, thank you. We were right at the end of the level there. Good fight, good night, Coyote. Will the stream last until you hit the end? No. I've never beat this game. Okay, there are all the flags. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And there were so many more hidden in the level. I think the purple ones are the rarest, or maybe the red ones, either way. Good luck finding them. This game's not good on helping you find your way. There must be something over here. Oh, there is very not. I had to know. I recall this game being a bit savage with lives and continues. Something that gave me a feeling oh so complicated recently was I was looking at a video about this game on YouTube, and one of the developers of the game was commenting on it. And they were talking about how they really wanted to make a game that that kind of honored the Roadrunner cartoon. He and the rest of the developers were a big fan of it. Oh, I don't know how to get up to that. So that's the purple flag. And they really liked all the old cartoons like Roadrunner and Marvin the Martian. I think they made other similar games. Okay, not good enough to get me up there. Well, fair enough. I didn't even want that stuff. Let's go. And I felt for him because he obviously loved what he did. But the game's so bad. Like, this game is just so incredibly bad. How do you tell that to somebody? Well, I mean, obviously I don't have to tell him anything. I was reading his comments, nothing more than that. But I felt things that I didn't know how to feel. You're a great person, but your game is bad. That's one way to put it. I feel bad when I say a game is bad, right? There's not many games that are really that bad out there. They might not be for you. They might be flawed, but outright bad games? Especially today, there's not that many of them. Virtual Bart hardly falls under the this day and age of games, and oh bollocks, well, back down we go. That was 400% on me though. Kane and Lynch 2 certainly wasn't for me, and although, despite all the things I said about it, it's probably not that bad a game. This game though. Where's the redemption? Where's the road redemption? I haven't played or seen anything about Fallout... Oh, bollocks this again. I haven't played or seen anything about Fallout 76, so I really couldn't comment. I know it's gotten a lot of bad rep, but is it really that bad? I just don't know. So this is one of those high-paced platforming games, but how are you meant to know to do anything when the screen is only 1.5 Roadrunners either side? You can't make informed decisions about your movements, which is kind of what you have to do in platformers. I've played a lot of platformers, a hell of a lot of them. So, but how am I even meant to know to go particularly fast around here, when if you do, you'll run into a pit or a scorpion. Right, away you go, Wily. Yeah, Anime or Bottle was obviously a terrible game, but I hesitate to call it a game, right? Some Russian ne'er-do-well just wanted to make a quick buck on Steam. Jake must be getting sick if he's feeling bad for someone. Come on, I'm not a monster. Just because I do monstrous things in my life doesn't mean I'm a monster. Unless you apply the school of thought of we are what we constantly do, which incidentally I do. Alright, enough of this, let's just get up here. Oh, maybe not. So you want me to go up there? Ah, well, there we go. The criticisms get more scathing on this game from me, because the levels we're at here are fairly linear. Okay, great. Later on, the levels become mazes, and that's every bit as amazing it seems. So we're not zoomed out at all, and we have to navigate a maze. And the thing is, you've got something so good to work with here. It's Roadrunner. Roadrunner's a cool guy. I think is a guy. Right? They move really fast. You can make a pretty cool game about running fast around the traditional Acme... Traditional Acme... what do you even call this place? What desert is this? I don't know. I wasn't big into the lore. Could definitely make a cool roadrunning game about it, but no, you've made an awful platformer. Where going fast goes against... yeah, goes very contrary to your goals here. I mean, I can't jump over a pit without having something jump and attack me that I can't see coming. And I don't like to stream games just to harp on about how awful they are, but the redeeming features in this game are hard to find. Very hard to find. Mojave Jake, Death Valley. There we go. So, down goes Wily Coyote again. I don't remember Roadrunner being particularly attracted to flags. But I mean, they should be. Flags are awesome. Okay. But there's more to it, of course. Wily Coyote's known for his awesome contraptions. And this is a pretty cool part of the game, right? This is where it comes together a bit more. Maybe not the going fast part, but the whole lower part of... Hell, it's Roadrunner. So, as we just saw the blueprints for it, Wily Coyote is trying to destroy us with it. Oh, that does more damage than I thought. Does a lot more damage than I thought. So we have to peck our way at this machine. Or just die, that works as well. So we lose our lives, that is all, folks. And you think, okay, well, maybe we'll just continue at the start of the stage. Or maybe you go back to title screen, and no, it's right back to zippity splat for you. Game is hard. Game is very hard. Did that just glitch out there? Looked like it did. So I guess you got that going for you. This is how you're going to learn what's in the game, because you're going to be replaying it time and time again. How many hours of hell would you estimate clearing this game to be? Jeez, how many hours would I need to beat this game? I even think Yagamoth himself would struggle to beat this game within 5 hours. And Yagamoth himself's God's gift to gaming. I guess learning where the extra lives are and other such pickups would go a long way. As kids, we played this game for weeks. Well, fortunately, I grew up in a gaming family where we had a lot of quality games. So, it didn't take me long to realize this game was a heaping, steaming pile of ass and chips. I still played it for quite a bit, because I don't take my games for granted. But when I had other quality games to play, like Draken and Swords and Serpent, I mean, look at that. Running around these tracks is fun, but then it's like, no, you've had too much fun. Time to just stop you with, I don't know, spiky cactus or Or scorpion. Man, what a game Draken is. It's been off the stream for far too long. People keep telling me Draken's a bad game, and I'm just not having it. It's a flawed game. But there's fun to be had there. I saw that bird seed. Oh hey, it's Lucky. Will you have a Draken Marathon to celebrate your full-time streaming? Only if that Draken Marathon involves no Draken 2. In fact, I'd be quite happy to never see Draken 2 on this channel. I wouldn't want to steal something else from you, Lucky. I know how you don't like that. I mean, this is not fun. This is not what Roadrunner's about. At least it's not precision platforming, right? I think that would just do this in completely. You have just founded the Draken 2 punishment game lobby, says Black Weeb. Well, I know you won't be taking part in it, so I'm not particularly worried. Oh, bummer. That's what I get for trying to go fast. If I convince Golden Deer to submit it, then you're done for. Yeah, Golden Deer does have the luck of the devil when it comes to submitting the old punishment games. But Golden Deer has their own agenda. Ah, fun times. What is your opinion on Snake Rattle and Roll as a good childhood game? It's a game, I'll give it that much. Is it good? Well, it's entertaining. I have fond memories of it. Yeah, unlike that. Come on, the exit's just over here. Let's not get pipped at the post, so to speak. There we go. Oh, me and the whole family had a lot of fun playing Snake, Rattle and Roll, I remember well. I still never beat the game though. I know it's possible, I've seen it done, but I'm not able to mash hard enough to defeat the end boss. Why not a huge marathon of Terranigma? Don't see the appeal. There's too much grinding in Terranigma. I mean, I love Terranigma. Don't get me wrong, I do adore that game. But I think I have played it quite enough by now. And if I have to blind for Bloody Mary, if I have to grind for Bloody Mary one more time, I think I might stop loving the game quite as much as I do. I think part of this you were able to go through, even though it doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe not. No more Terranigma stream at New Year? I think not. Especially since that's going to mark when I go... Oh, Christ, almost missed it. That's going to mark pretty much when I go full-time. I'd like to do not that, essentially. This looks bad. This looks pretty bad. Okay, not too bad. Alright, back up we get. Jake, with more time to stream, any particular... Hold on, that needs to die. Any particular games caught your eye to stream, asks Ovalius. Will we see more trucking? Yes, we'll see more trucking, and yes, games have caught my eye. Well, not so much caught my eye, as they already have my eye, but now I'll have the time to invest in them. I want to put a lot more into Factorio, into RimWorld. I also want to pick Banished back up and go with the Colonial Charter mod that I never gave a chance. Basically, more of the games that you need to sink quite a lot of time into. More Hearts of Iron and Grand Strategy in general. You might notice, you know, I haven't touched Hearts of Iron in ages, despite claiming to love the game. Stellaris too, right? I've been wanting to check it out, but... Well, not check it out, I mean I work in the company, but... Spending the time on these games that need quite a bit of investment. It's getting harder and harder to do when I juggle doing the streaming and the working. But that war is changing. Jake, we all know you've been playing them at the office. Shh. You're ruining my rhetoric here, Ryujin. Okay, this time that catapult is going down. Jake, you open to game suggestions? When am I not? I took 4 hit points of damage there, which I really should not have. Oh, well, make that 7. What about more Rogue Survivor Murder bingo? I certainly had fun with that. I don't like running my streams into the ground and just doing the same stuff over and over again. If I don't keep it fresh, it's not exciting for me. And if it's not exciting for me, well, I mean, that's where motivations end. Oh, wow, that was... I don't remember this boss giving me so much trouble, but there's a lot of things I don't remember in life. This joke flew over my head as a kid. You see, it's not yet over. The fat lady cannot sing. Another patrician campaign? Yes, Shashil, there will be. And it shall be the Port Royale 5? Is it 5 or 4? Yeah, it'll be the Port Royale 4 or 5. I don't know, the Perfect Caribbean. Grecius Lightning. Gadgetius Fanaticium. At least we'll get more sleeping aid, says eHydro. There is that. I worry a bit about people that use it that way, but whoa now. The way I see it, I just don't need to know. Alright, so I was talking earlier about maze levels. I think this might be one of them, because I recall it being industrial. Maybe not. I think... Okay, I can't destroy that with my beak. I recall it having red girders, not silvery ones. But Childhood Jake is not best known for his memory. Oh, we got signs going this way, that way, and that thing hurts me even when it's going up. Christ almighty. Maybe there's some level of reasoning about how I should have been able to see that coming, but frankly I'm just not having it. So it said go down here, I think. God, I hate this game. Jake, what's the problem with using your videos as a sleeping aid? You get inflated view times on YouTube, which help you, if anything. I mean, people can do whatever they want with them, just don't tell me about it. It's like that guy who thought it was a great idea to tell me all about the dreams he has with me being Monica from Friends, or whatever it was. I've done my best to wipe it out of my memory. Alright, so following the signs didn't get us anywhere. So you say go down, then go right. I can do these things. And then there's whatever that sign means. Aha! Right, getting up here is probably the aim of the game. I'll stay away from ground level because Wily Coyote wants to defeat us with his rocket boots. I can feel the dodgy controls from here, says Flopsy Doodle. Interestingly enough, the controls are fine. The controls are really fine. Everything reacts pretty well to your input here. It doesn't change the fact that that Roadrunner here is extremely floaty. So I'm holding left, I jump, I hold right, and it's only at this point I actually change my direction. Extremely floaty. Alright, let's do it again. Let's not get hit by that, or you. Feels like a reaction test whenever he's on his way towards me. There's a box up there, hopefully one that contains an extra life, so I can keep this charade going. Okay. I didn't want to go over there anyway. So a question that I was never able to answer even in my adult life, is a Roadrunner a real thing? Because I'm with Wily Coyote here, they do look pretty delicious. Okay, apparently it is. What do you expect from me here, game? Ah, right, well, I'll take this for one. Okay, I'm out of time. Or am I? I did get that thing that pauses time, kind of. I don't think I'm going the right way here, am I? Oh, Birdseed gave me health back. Or did it? Maybe I'm imagining that. I'm probably imagining that. There's a cannonball thing floating around, but heavens knows where. What do you want from me, game? That's all, folks. Meanwhile, Shifty's Theory thinks that this is the correct game to subscribe to the channel for. I'm sorry, that will not be taken as an invitation to do more of this. There's a pretty good write-up somewhere about the problem of this game, about having this kind of gameplay with such a zoomed-in screen. And I truly wonder, what were they thinking? The game doesn't seem that performance-heavy. Could they not just bring it out by 100%? Is Jake being punished by this game? This is not a punishment game. When it's a punishment game, I put in the title punishment game. And then it'll also say what it's the punishment for, usually failing a weekly one-shot or the like. Hang on, I missed the life. The life is pretty important to keep this going. No, the logic goes, I was like, I fancy streaming tonight, what will I stream? And then I thought, and I was like, no, this game's been on my mind. For better or for worse, almost certainly worse. It's good to play bad games every now and then, though. Helps reaffirm taste. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wait, did it send Jake back again? Oh yeah, you run out of lives, you go back to World 1-1. Jake is a masochist. I am not a masochist. I am a sadist. Oh, we got up here pretty quickly. I finally caught you live, says Holy Sword. You've been around here before. They say good luck, but I think it's going to take more than luck for this. I think the problem is, says Lucky, the game doesn't know what it wants. You make Roadrunner really fast, but there's traps and undodgeable stuff everywhere. Maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe the problem was that developers were way too good at the game and thought, no, this is too easy, because they knew where everything was, having played through it many, many times themselves. It's possible. It happens. Yeah, very similar problem to Sonic, but I feel it's a lot more pronounced here. And I certainly played this before I played Sonic. Again, that problem being you travel really fast, but you can't see what's coming whatsoever. It's been a few months after you obliterated your schedule, I kept missing your streams. Then I figured I could check the Discord. Yeah, if for some odd reason you're watching this thinking, boy, I wish I had better notification of when Jake goes live. I post when I'm going live on the Discord. Granted, I'm only doing it when I go live. Ouch, that's no good. But in the not too distant future, there will be an actual, reliable schedule. So you'll know if you should tune in on what day at what time. I know, I can barely believe it myself. Neither can Roadrunner. But it's a-comin'. There sure will, says Cooler. I'm messing with Cooler's head worse than the average Turk. Come on, we can go up here more. Not quite. Oh well, let's try and enjoy as many lives as we can to get through the industrial levels. You might think this awesome music never gets old. It gets old. Especially when you're sent back to World 1 for the umpteenth time that day. Jake, is a Civ game on the table? Almost certainly not. I do not like Civilization games. The only one I've really played for a fair bit of time was Civilization Revolutions, and that was based purely on the fact that it was much easier to pick up and put down. It was also square-based instead of hex-based. Is there a meep meep button, or does the bird say it on his own? There is. L and R do meep meep and the sticking the tongue out. The schedule will be all RimWorld all the time, says Tomfo. I'm not really seeing a problem with that. You make an excellent suggestion, though. Yeah. There we go. It's alright to take a few hits from the rocks, because they only do 1 damage. But the mechanism itself crushes you and does mucho damage. Like so, and I was missing that. Missing that by a country mile. Ugh. Death Road to Canada, will you be streaming that soon? I do not have a reason to stream more Death Road to Canada. The game is great, nobody's doubting that. But we already beat the game on its hardest setting after many tries. In fact, we beat many of the game's settings. So, whilst it's an entertaining game, I don't really see the need to drive the game itself into the ground by streaming yet more of it. Never stopped you from playing Frostpunk, but you see I have new, fresh, interesting challenges to do on Frostpunk. So of course I'd be playing more of it. Can't wait to do that only one of each building challenge on Frostpunk. What you're saying is you need fresh challenges for Death Road. You know the Battletoads and Double Dragon 8-bit game, right? Yeah, I do. Didn't I run that? Or was that Lucky? I mean, he copies me on so many things that I do. It's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, let's rock and rivet. Does that include housing? Of course it does. Maximum 1 tent, 1 bunkhouse, and 1 house. I mean, what kind of casual would break their own rules like that? Yeah, this might actually be the map I'm thinking of. There's a zoomed out version of this, so it actually shows the whole layout, and you look at it and think, how are you meant to even? Death Road musical chairs. Every time a new character can be recruited, they must replace the one who's been in the party the longest. I think Hamster might have an aneurysm if he sees that. I think I need to go up and to the right here. What's your history with this game? An astute question. We found this game, I say we, I mean the family unit. This game came out when I was, what, 4 years old? Actually, anyone got the release date on this game? So the family unit owns this game. And, well, I play all the games we have. including the crap ones like this. And we must have found it in something like a bargain bin in Virgin Megastores. That was a pretty sweet move I just did, by the way. And I think I spoilt it by jumping down into... Yeah, I did. I spoilt it. I spoilt it entirely by jumping down here. Bummer. So yeah, it is just... We had this game. Me, my mother, father, and 2 brothers. We all play games. Alright, screw all of that. Let's just get out of here. There's no way in hell this game came out in 1985. It's for the Super Nintendo. November 92, thank you. Out of the family bunch, you play the worst games, huh? I'm not so sure about that. No, that might even be empirically true. I wonder if I can use the momentum here to... There's no fall damage in this game. You just fall and fall to the end of days. Uh-oh. Hello, Jake. Playing bad games as usual. Thanks, Callum. I can always count on you. Just in general. Oh, bollocks. Well, there goes one of those lives real fast. Oh, crevens. This game certainly didn't do much to help me with my problems with bottomless pits. My mother used to play Bust-A-Move a lot. My mother plays a lot of Minecraft these days, and honestly, not a lot of much else. Not a lot of much else. When did I get so bad at words? And my middle brother, he played getting real sick of that. My middle brother plays a ton of fighting games. The eldest brother, he's more on the RPGs. So yeah, probably me with bad games. Oh. And this game is pretty common in terms of badness. I can't be the only one appreciating how Wily Coyote just pops out every now and then going, oh, you lose some life now. You're the youngest child in your family, yeah? I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. Oh no, I want that invincibility, please. Let's just drop me right back down. Alright, I think we're all glad that part's over. This always felt a bit ill-fitting. It's like, okay, we're in this construction yard and then suddenly, no, we're just back to this. Maybe a lot more goes on in Death Valley than I'm aware of. One tent, one bunkhouse, one house. Is that right? Yes, Alex Chameleon. I think you're a bit far behind in the conversation, but yes. Okay. The 90s were a rotten time for cash-in platformers, says Barcode Battler, and they are completely correct. Son of a gun. And I mean, that... I can't stop thinking about that guy, the programmer on this game, who was making the YouTube comments about it. Obviously so proud of what he's... so proud of what he's made, but it's just so bad. And I like to think I am at least a bit of an authority on bad games by now, having played so many of them. Okay, I will be needing that heart, please. With no lives left, the show must go on. What? The show must go on. At least it's not Kane and Lynch 2. Kane and Lynch 2 was thoroughly unenjoyable. And to me, it was a pretty bad game, but... I mean, hey, it had its charms, I'm sure. Now let's take brutal advantage of our invincibility and plow through all of our problems. Let's keep plowing. Oh! Was that a life? No. Why would it be a life? I'm glad a completely stationary Wily Coyote is still a threat to our life. But I need some bird seed to get me up that area, I think. I'm sure I passed some by here. Okay, I'm a bit less sure now. I'm a lot less sure. Ah, dang it. Alright, well, let's go! Is that all I get for my troubles? That can't be right. The programming of the game itself might be great, but the design and gameplay could be terrible. No crashes, and what is meant to be done works consistently. Might be the YouTube commenter programming just feeling pride in not screwing up when surrounded by idiots. Come on, there were definitely good intentions going on in this. And sure enough, this was during the age of the worst cash-in platformers. Alright, we made it, thanks to that bird seed. Not very happy with the health situation. But as long as nothing just jumps out of nowhere to ruin our day, we should be able to keep going. Alright! Okay, I guess we'll be the road walker now. Because speed is verboten. Okay, there we go. Alright, no lives, no life, but let's go forward. I think you've got a new trap here. A crane, balls, Roadrunner, get in crane, swing wrecking ball, Roadrunner stew. Oh boy. It's pretty hard to do anything that I want to do here. Especially when he moves that fast, and I do not. He can also change direction super fast. Oh, okay. That was not to be. That's all, folks. You know what, game? I agree. That is all, folks. I think I'm gonna add this to the mod game list. It would be nice to see a good clinical run of this game, and knowing that, assuming it's done, knowing that someone else out there goes through the pain of mastering this game would give me a sick satisfaction. Also, what is this? Is this the hell level? It's like, here's the content you can look forward to if you beat all the other rubbish. But the demo was done with unlimited speed. Notice the yellow speed meter is not going down. Oh wait, but then it did? Why would you do that to your future staff, Jake? Says Khan of Milan, but Holy Sword is saying generous as always. As always. Okay, that was pretty terrible, but a nice reminder of the horrors of some games in the 90s. And that means the next game that I play that's actually good is going to feel a whole lot better. But it won't be now and it won't be tonight, so cheers for joining for Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. And until the next time, cheerio.